Hi, I'm Alpha, and here's my 5-minute take on the world. Starting the clock for you right now and saying thanks for listening, watching, wherever you are. I deeply appreciate it. As are your thoughts, comments, ideas, criticisms, and even those. Yeah, I can take those. I'm a big boy. So they are appreciated as well. Let's start out with a brain stretcher question for you for today. Over 1 million of these are purchased in any given year, but 62% go unused. Wow, seems kind of wasteful, doesn't it? Over 1 million purchased in any given year, but 62% go unused. What are they? We'll find out in about 4.5 minutes. We'll get into wasteful a little bit later on because that's kind of what we're talking about. But let's talk about what's going on at home first. The Gulf of Mexico. Hurricane Bonnie coming across, already hit the southern tip of Florida and coming into the Gulf of Mexico. Not sure what damage it'll do just yet. It could gain a lot of strength as it heads over the warm waters of the Gulf. We do know it has already shut down a lot of the cleanup operations in the Gulf. But oddly enough, just the other day, some ships and planes couldn't find any oil to clean up. Isn't that kind of odd? Could it be that the Gulf is so immense and its ecosystem so strong that it actually can handle that kind of disaster much better than we think? Let's hope so. I do know that the marshlands and the coastline will be much worse for wear, as will a lot of the sea life and wildlife, and will be affected for a long time. But let's keep our fingers crossed on that. In the Sea of China, let's keep our fingers crossed that things don't get too crazy there. United States and South Korea planning some joint war games, and North Korea saying, you have the war games, we're going to get physical. I'm not sure what he means by that. It could be Kim Jong-il might do a few push-ups. He certainly could use a few sit-ups, but we'll see how that works out. Internationally, we just had a visit from Prime Minister David Cameron of England, and he flew here on commercial airlines. He flew on British Airways. Did you see that? Unbelievable. A head of state actually flying on a commercial airline, didn't charter a military jet or a private jet or anything. Commercial airline. You're a passenger on a British Airways, and here comes the Prime Minister getting on. Isn't that kind of weird? And we can't get our politicians to fly commercial at all. In fact, they've got to charter a private jet for everything. Barack Obama had to charter a private jet to fly his dog up to Maine for their vacation, in a separate plane from the one they were in. What's that all about? We're running out of money. And it's evident because all across the country, in California, a lot of cities are shutting down police, fire departments, garbage service. New York, now they're going to charge for garbage service in addition to the exorbitant taxes they already charge. A town right outside of Los Angeles found out, of people of 38,000, city of 38,000 found out that the mayor was making $800,000 and the chief of police $500,000. So they got a little upset about it, and now those officials are stepping down. Good for them. Newark, New Jersey, mayor there says, wait, we can't afford any toilet paper. Huh? Well, don't tell me you're wiped out. Or not. Yeah, they can't buy toilet paper anymore. So does that mean employees will have to bring their own? I can see a cottage industry springing up. How about you? I mean, selling toilet paper. Yeah, toilet paper vendors. A cunning plan. $1 a square. Ooh, if you really want to spend big, how about an adult diaper? That'll last you all day. In Ann Arbor, Michigan, they were laying off firemen and policemen. Meanwhile, the city is building an $850,000 fountain. Oh my, I bet it'll look nice. I just hope none of the buildings around it catch fire or need some police protection. I just don't know. We're running out of money, but apparently somebody's got money. Barack Obama's having a birthday celebration coming up. He'll soon be 49 years old. And there's a party, big party going on for him in Chicago. They're going to throw it, and you can go too. You want to? $30,000, that's all it'll cost you. $30,000. Who's got $30,000 to spend these days? And you know what, if I were President of the United States, I don't think I'd be going on so many vacations. While I'm telling Americans to cut back on their travel, which he did the other day, I think I'd kind of stay home close to the White House, and I wouldn't throw parties and invite people like Paul McCartney to come entertain me. It just doesn't look right, does it? I mean, come on. But the Democrats are pretty confident, apparently. Joe Biden says, we're finished in Washington now, let the campaign begin. So they're getting the hell out of Dodge, it looks like. And that's a good thing, I think, because the more they're out of Washington, D.C., the less damage they can do to us. And he's going on the campaign trail. So while a lot of people are predicting a bloodbath with the Democrats in November, I don't know, the White House seems pretty confident. I think they're holding back some of that TARP money that they didn't want to use for the unemployment for some big surprise come October. I don't know, just the way I'm thinking. What about you? All right, answer to the brain stretcher question for you. 62% of swimsuits are never used. they just decide to go skinny dipping? Or maybe they just didn't take the tags off and returned them after they dried. That might be it. That's my 5 minutes. See you next time. It would be the frugal thing, wouldn't it?